Hello and welcome back to another video in the world of Monster Hunter. Today we're going to be going over Tempered Deviljho, or more specifically the risks versus the rewards. So let's go for the obvious one first, and that is the risks. Now, in at number 1 for his risks, and this is going to be quite apparent to be honest, it is quite simply the fact that the bugger hits like an absolute truck. He hits stupid hard, and especially if you are a ranged user where you take an increase in damage from melee attacks and his general size, it is really hard to actually dodge him. So if you are a bow or light bow gun user, I would actually recommend trying to get good with a heavy bow gun, simply because you can put a shield on it. That way you can sort of gauge whether or not you're about to get slammed into oblivion, and you can go, haha, shield motherfucker. Other than that, I would definitely recommend skipping what max DPS build you have and just going for all out defense, just so you can stay alive. Take things like paralysis and poison and sleep preferably, so you can try and just support your team from an ailment perspective and doing damage as and when you can. That being said, I have seen plentiful amounts of Blade Masters get absolutely beasted. Normally it takes about 2 hits, because like I said, he takes a lot of punishment to actually put down. It's a very hectic fight. He doesn't really tend to slow down that much, and from the amount of damage he does, it just becomes ridiculous. So Sleepy Sleepies and Bomby Bombies is definitely probably my most optimal way to go. Trying to actually find defensive Blade Masters as well. I've got a good friend in here called Crude who loves Charge Blade, and he basically does the entire fight with his shield up, guard pointing the bastard like an absolute ninja. So well played to him. Hunting Horn as well, trying to get those surprise heals in for when you desperately need it, because when you're getting screwed over into a corner from a Deviljho, especially a tempered one, healings are a good thing. Now really, for me, the final risk is quite simply he's expensive to run, especially if you are into your range usage. You got to take a lot of ammo, got to take a lot of bullets. I know a lot of people as well that take things like poison throwing knives and sleep throwing knives and paralysis throwing knives, and etc. He is an absolute nightmare to actually go for and try to do effectively and efficiently. So it is definitely worth noting that he is an absolute nightmare, and I would really say trying to go a bit more for a defense approach on him. You've got the full 50 minutes, so I wouldn't really worry too much about damage, and at one point a Basil Geese does come along just to help you out by dealing a nice 3000 to his face, which is all well and good. And you do get screenshots like this after you've had your head kicked in a fair few times. So let us move on to the rewards. And to be perfectly honest, apart from just your standard Deviljho parts, the main thing you're really going to be doing this for is the hero and warrior streamstones, which out of all the times I've run him now, which there's a fair number, but I think there's only been one time where I haven't at least gotten a warrior streamstone. The majority of the time I at least do get a warrior streamstone. I think I've got 2 hero streamstones from him, and none of them have been for axe. I've got a few ranged ones. I'm still trying to get a hero ranged streamstone. Mainly get lances because, you know, I use a lance what? I've gotten the occasional shaft, you know what I mean, like a good shafting, which has been handy for the one insect glaive that I actually have, which is now like completely augmented. I've got like enough to augment it like another 5 times if it had augment slots. But for my charge blades, no, still just sat on the one augmentation. Thanks for that. And I've got a few of my heavy bow guns augmented, but not the one I'm currently using, which is really annoying because I'm loving this heavy bow gun with my Pierce build. It really is handy. And other than that, reward wise, that's it. You're just going for the really high drop chance in Warrior and Hero Streamstone, and unless you're one of those people that tries to utilize every single weapon, to be honest, it's, for me at this point, it's kind of a nicer surprise just to do a typical Elder Dragon and just be like happy that I got something, rather than sort of going like, well, I know I'm gonna like get something, but is it actually gonna be worthwhile? Probably not. So let's do a conclusion. Yay, conclusion. There definitely needs to be a bit of a smart loot system going on, because, you know, I really do want to get some more ranged and axe, warrior or hero streamstone. As for like overall is actually going through this horrendous fight, I think the quickest I've done it is about 22 minutes, so it's quite a lengthy fight as well. The average seems to be about 30 minutes roughly. Yes, it's near enough a guaranteed hero or warrior streamstone, but in that 30 minutes I can do 5 or 6 tempered elder dragons and get one as well, and generally be a little bit more excited about getting a augment stone in the first place, which is for me a little bit more beneficial. If this actually had sort of like, even if it was just for this mission, a bit of a smart loot system would, I would say, be a bit better, because at the moment, near enough being guaranteed to get one and not getting what I'm actually after, it's kind of making me wanting to tongue punch Donald Trump's fart box. I'm honestly kind of finding that a little bit more appealing at this point, just sort of bashing out the same monster to not get what I'm after. It's really kind of irritating me. Well, that's this grumpy old man's thoughts on this. Don't get me wrong, Tempered Jho is definitely a very good test of your skills, so if you are wanting to just continually grind him out, don't worry, you've got another week. Good to know, huh? But for the meantime, that's me. Thank you very much, and I'll see y'all. Yo, what the fuck am I doing? I'm not American. I will see you all pretty darn soon. Have fun. Don't die. It's bad for your health. And in the meantime, shoot something like a tempered pickle. Have fun. Toodles.